On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Easy, easy. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 5. 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Mike's 50. You can't block me. You can't.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Yeldon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
They'll roll him out right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Take two of them.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta. Mike 54. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
At the 15-yard line.
That! 180! 56! Let's go! Quarter! Shit! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Easy! 10-49!
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs. Browns, and he's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Here we go.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Mike 50, huh? Come on. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now this time, Garoppolo throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
49ers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Pull it together.
Now Garoppolo leads for McKinnon on the draw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Like 5. 56, right there, 56. I'm coming there. 22, 44. Flash, right there. 56, the mark. Flash, right there.
From the 29, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Alert, alert. Blue, 56, Mike, 56.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Check. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Right there. 54.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He's checking it. Got to spin.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes the score 14-7.
49ers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1. Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check. Check 16. Watch the eye. Pilot, 64, weak.
Running left is Yeldon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Focus. Middle.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dee Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 26. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Perkins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Connor on the taunts play. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
77. Check. 59. Hey, Alpha.
Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Roethlisberger. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tighten up. 12.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That 180.
Right there, 54 miles. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Hey, alert.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Go West.
59. Mike to 59.
Alert, alert.
Where we go? Kill. Check.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
James Conner, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
Black 20.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Check it out, read.
Alert, alert. Black is on.
Here's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All right.
21.
Hey, let's get there.
Hey. High 7.
55.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff to Yeldon. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, box truck.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
King.
Hatchet.
From the 35 on second down, Roethlisberger got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ryan Switzer, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
11.
55. Check.
Hey, Haywood.
Put him on the buses.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Mike 59. Mike 59. And here we go.
Hey, exit.
Watch the pass. 59 Mike. 59 Mike.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Out of the pistol, it's Yeldon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and 6. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
One, Omaha.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
65.
Check Mike 34.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Switzer. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive with Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, a run with Connor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Screen play, McKinnon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Black 5.
54 miles. Not today, you are. Not today. Hey, watch that.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as he'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
21, 21. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
All right, now. Black 30.
Watch the screen. Pass.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Black 20. 56.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it was due in large part once again to the play of big number 7, their quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
And as you and I both know, there can be some really good Big Ben days. There can be some not quite as good Big Ben days, but they're always going to be exciting, aren't they? He makes plays. He stands in the pocket and delivers against a fierce rush. He can exit out at times. There's something special about that guy, and no game is out of reach when he's on the field.
So for Pittsburgh, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.